With the high school basketball tournament heading closer and closer for this year, the state's athletic governing body is proposing a change for next. The WIAA considering a 5-division model for next season as opposed to the current 4-division structure. The model focuses on enrollments as to where these schools would fall in a given division. As you can see, the 1 through 5, Division 1 being the largest, Division 5 at just 200 and less in enrollment. So, what sparked this proposal? And how do area coaches feel about it? Our Paige Pearson brings us multiple views.
For the past decade, a debate has been brewing on the hardwood.
Concern with the public schools and the private schools.
It gained traction in the past few years. The private schools' dominance at the boys' state tournament in Division 3 hasn't done anything to quell the argument.
They won 3 straight from 05 through 07.
The public versus private school debate is one of the major reasons why the WIAA formed a committee to come up with an idea to level the playing field.
We take responsibility to look at alternative plans. And again, it's important for everyone to remember that these are ideas. They're not necessarily set in stone. I think there's a misconception that when staff brings it forward, it's an automatically done deal.
The WIAA's 5-division proposal, like the current 4-division model, only uses enrollment as the determining factor to where a school falls into a given division.
On one hand, I like it because it treats everybody the same. It just makes a cut at a certain enrollment. It doesn't distinguish between public and private. It doesn't distinguish between anybody who open enrolls or anything like that.
Right now at 450 kids is our enrollment. We're pretty much at the bottom of Division 2, and we are competing with some schools that are twice our size. So from a Wrightstown basketball standpoint, I think it's good for us to go into Division 3 and where the max enrollment is 600.
The 5-division proposal also uses a new format for the state tournament. Each division would qualify 4 teams. The current model qualifies 8 teams in Division 1.
I really don't think there's any need to change it other than maybe you want to get some of the smaller schools involved. I don't think you should take away from the bigger schools in order to get some of the smaller schools involved, though.
Truly, it's just a redistribution of who gets to go to the state tournament. It doesn't necessarily add any participation into the state tournament.
Looking at the proposed sectionals from the WIAA, the Green Bay sectional for Divisions 1 and 2 would no longer exist. That means those exciting games here at the Brown County Arena would be no more.
It's a big deal in this area to go, to get to the sectional, to get to the arena. I think for Division 1 and Division 2 teams, and to lose that for our area would really be, would ruin a lot of the tradition.
There's a lot of history there. I think a lot of people from a fan standpoint love coming out to the Green Bay sectional, and I know for our kids and kids around the area, it's important to make it to that Green Bay sectional.
With so many concerns about the 5-division proposal, the question that instigated this debate lingers.
Does it necessarily address a public-private issue? Maybe not.
There's no complete solution. This is probably the best that they could come up with.
As with any proposal, the 5-division plan must go through the correct channels in order to get passed. Coaches, athletic directors, administrators, and the Board of Control will discuss the proposal before voting on it.
In a different proposal, dynasty teams that win championships year after year, would have to move up a certain division for a certain amount of years. Now, that contingency was in an original plan, did not make the final cut of this 5-division proposal. And remember, the new realignment for football didn't pass.